Today, we are going to find out, is it really necessary to feed your vendors a meal at your wedding? Well, the short answer is it depends. And keep watching to find out why. Hello, and welcome to the channel if you're new here, or welcome back if you are not. My name is Kayla, and I am the owner and lead wedding planner here at Transformed Events, where we help DIY couples to ball out on a budget. So today we are going to be talking about vendor meals, all things vendor meals, and if you as the couple need to or should be providing them. So first, let's go ahead and start by talking about what the heck are vendor meals in case you do not know. So in essence, it's literally a meal for your wedding vendors, like just how your guests will be getting a meal. A vendor meal is for the vendors working your wedding. So this will be the photographer, the planner, the DJ, etc., all the vendors that you have. It's typical for vendors to be provided with a different meal than your guests have so that you get to pay a lower headcount price per meal for those meals instead of whatever your guest count price is. So, for example, if your guest options are steak and salmon, let's say, and it costs $100 per head per person for your meals, your vendor meal might be chicken and it might only be $50 per person. Or sometimes catering companies offer vendors like a box meal, like just a sandwich and chips, or sometimes vendors just go through the buffet line. It all really depends on how the catering company does things typically, and also what you would prefer as the client and as the couple. Because I actually have a couple right now that they could have gone with the cheaper vendor meal option, but they really wanted to thank their vendors in a special way, and so they wanted them to be able to select the same meal selections as their guests. So it was like a nice treat, and they were fine with paying that price. So the question of the hour is it really necessary to provide vendors with a meal? Well, some vendors explicitly have it stated in their contract that they must be provided with a meal at your wedding, and for those vendors, it is absolutely, positively not even a question necessary, because you will be in breach of your contract with them if you do not provide them with that meal. So for these vendors, you may also want to pay attention to any special needs or specific details attached to the requirement. So for example, some vendors that I've worked with required not just any meal, but it had to be a hot meal. So they couldn't just get that sandwich and chips that I mentioned before, even if that was the vendor meal for the wedding, because their contract said otherwise. So as a side note, you really want to be thorough about reading your contracts in general. I know that they're long and that they're boring, but a contract is a legally binding document that you are responsible to uphold your end of the bargain to. And the absolute last thing that I want for you is to be in a long, kind of drawn out court battle because you failed to read the contract and hold up your end of the bargain. Please, please, please do not just hastily sign your contracts and move on to the next task on your list. Make sure that you are understanding what you're getting into, understanding what you are responsible for, so that there are no hiccups later on down the line. So getting off my soapbox and back to the task at hand, even if your other vendors don't explicitly require it, if you are able to afford it, I highly encourage you to feed your vendors. It's just another gesture thanking them for helping to make your special day come to fruition, right? And just think, like, if you were on your feet for 8, 9, 10, sometimes 12 hours a day, running around helping someone else, and you had no food in your system the whole time, would you be having fun? Probably not. And vendor meals is very much one of those things that is sort of like a unspoken etiquette rule. Like if you choose not to do it, your vendors are definitely going to look at you like real funny. You know, it's kind of one of those things that's like, no, you don't have to, but yes, you do, if that makes sense. And also, not saying that I would do this in any world, nor have any other vendors that I've worked with done this. But you just want to cover all your bases, right? You just want to make sure that that they are providing the best service for your day. So the less things you do to piss them off, in reality, you don't need to worry about any like potential retaliation or anything like that. Again, not saying that I would ever do this, and nor have any vendors that I've worked with ever done this, but you just never know. You just want to, be safe, cover your bases, all that good stuff, if you can just get rid of a potential problem in the future. So if you have any questions about vendor meals or literally any other topic that you want me to make a video about, go ahead and drop a comment below or go on over to Instagram and shoot me a DM at Transformed Events, because I would love to chat about things that you're currently struggling with or going through, just giving you some clarity on those topics. If you didn't know, I do drop a video every single week on Fridays so that you can have all of your wedding planning questions answered by me for free. If you go ahead and drop a comment comment and let me know what topics that you are maybe struggling with and want to hear about. So I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and share it with a friend who is planning their wedding. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!